over the course of the season that there were a few moments in that game where it could have gone sideways.
Yeah.
And you guys fought back. And I think back to the first game I saw you guys against Colgate. As soon as something went bad, it went way south. What do you think has really transpired to allow you to do what you did today?
Yeah, no, we've matured, and it's a part of what happens when you have a young team. So we're old and young,
Right.
In the sense of the guys getting the bulk of the minutes, and they got to figure each other out. This is part of college basketball. If Cam Spencer's back, if Milos is healthy or older, you don't have to work through as many of those things.
Right.
But we had to work through them, and so it's part of what happens. And I'm just proud that the guys are finding their way, and they've been finding their way. This isn't new to tonight. We've been playing better basketball. And we're going to try to keep going and keep playing better basketball.
When you start 2-7, and then obviously I think especially offensively, you guys have gotten a lot better over the second half of the league play. What's the message when you start 2-7? Okay, your goals are still in front of you. We still got to get better.
Yeah, no, I told the guys even when we started conference play. Remember, Velko was hurt, and so I kind of made a strategic decision that we were going to play bigger because we were adding him into the fold.
Right.
And I think early on, it was hurting us in conference play. We were turning the ball over a lot, trying to be big. But as time went on and guys started to understand what we were looking to accomplish, they became more. We played big, but it was just a piece of what we do. It wasn't the focus, and that's really helped our offense grow. The numbers are astounding when you look at the first 9 versus the second 9, and we just want to keep that going.
And then, I mean, can you talk about, I asked, Kenny over there about David's progression and how big he's been, because he hit the 2 free throws at the end, but obviously some corner threes as well in overtime.
Dave is an interesting character in that, let's say early on in non-conference, he was playing, he got MVP of our MTE. He was one of our top guys. Then he got sick and he got a little hurt. And it's been hard for him to get back going. Dave knows I love him. He's a great player. He's a great person, even better person. And I told him before last game that we got a lot of season left, and I need you to be ready to step up. And then I only played him 8 minutes, right? And so I told him there's nothing I said prior to that I didn't mean. It's just the ebbs and flows of the games. You got to be ready when your number's called. And that's what he was tonight. He was ready when his number called. He stepped up, and he made some big plays for us.
So at the end of regulation, Kenny goes for the strip, gets it. I was talking to him about it. I said, even if you get that clean, they can still call it. So it's a bit of a gamble, right?
Yeah.
So I assume that as a fifth-year senior, you give him that freedom to go for it when he feels it.
Yeah. You definitely got to make the decisions that you see out there. And so, to me, stripping is a part of the game, but you never know what the refs see, what they call, and I'm just really happy that he was able to get that steal and get us to overtime. Because Kenny's come a long way with his maturity, and he was a big-time leader for us tonight. And so you want your leaders making those kind of plays.
Yeah.
And, you're hosting Holy Cross now because of the win tonight and the other scenarios that happen around the league. But you just played them on Wednesday and beat them by a lot. I'm assuming they're going to be, changing up a bunch of things. How difficult is it to play a team, when you just played them so recently?
Yeah, I mean, this is 2 days into a conference tournament. That's how it is with the Patriot League. So none of us really have that much time to make crazy, huge adjustments. I think we got to go out there and analyze the things we did well and try to do them well again, or even better if we can. Analyze the things we didn't do well and try to do those things better. And they're going to go out and do the same things. I talk to the guys. The worst thing you can do in college basketball, and they know that, is to think that just because you beat somebody, you're going to automatically beat them again. They're going to come in hungry. We should be hungry because we both want a chance to keep playing. It's win or go home. And so that's how we're going to prepare over the next 24 hours to get our guys started. And then, once we get to the game on Tuesday, we'll make sure we're as ready as we can be and let the guys make the plays and play the game.
So the one guy, first time I saw you guys this year to now, whose confidence I think has really grown, is Alonzo.
Yeah.
And he didn't play most of the first half because of foul trouble.
Right.
But in the second half, I thought he really gave you guys a lift.
No, I mean, Alonzo is incredibly talented. He works, he cares, and guys like that are going to have success. And so it's no surprise to me to look at the end and see that he only played 23 minutes, but he gave us 16 points and 9 rebounds. That's the kind of person he is. And he and Golden have been playing off each other pretty well. It was a rough night for Golden, but those guys will continue to get better and be guys that we can depend on. To me, they're a big piece of what our advantage is all about, having those two big guys up front.
Good.
Yeah, last one, just, can you talk about the crowd tonight? And
Oh, I mean, I'm so happy. I tell my staff, I tell our players, I tell recruits, like, we have the best crowd in the Patriot League. When we give them a reason to come out and cheer for us, and they do, it's like no other place. And I'm excited for that. We got the city of Baltimore, so we got a lot of alums that still live in the area that come out and support us. We got a chance to really build and turn this into something really special. And every year, that's what our goal is going to be. Obviously, when you have two would-be seniors, one is Rutgers one of Rutgers' top players, and the other is getting great minutes for the Memphis Grizzlies. You got to readjust your program a little bit, but it tells me that we're doing everything right, and we just got to do it again.
Okay.